years I've been driving this train, years in this lane, there's no stopping this flame. Cause I came to the game and I changed it to play how I like, rearranged it to my own domain. Yeah, I got what it takes, made lots of mistakes, taking shots, skipping breaks, feeling lost, feeling great, popping off, singing straight, never stopped, never changed. All the squad here to play and I've got something to say, yeah. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say, and I'm up again. I got tired eyes, need a cup of blend. That's right, in the AM, that's my only friend. No light, just the sun coming up on the horizon. I lose track of time, yeah, I move fast and climb a new class divine, yeah, true passion shines. And I'm through passing time, I choose stacking dimes. You snooze half the time while I move passing by. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say,
Nobody? No mod, no nothing? Where the fuck is everybody? I didn't see any other lives going on, but I also don't subscribe to a lot of people. Alright, I'll talk to my fucking self. People do replays like they normally do. That's where I get most of my views anyways. But I'm just going to play a stream because I'm just going to. I'm also dropping the link in case someone who had a lot to say earlier needs to say something to my face, which I don't think you will, but that's okay. Oh, wait, you can't see it, can you? But I'm sure your little minions that watch with you will send you that link right there. So go ahead, the ones that watched for him, copy that link and send it to him since he wanted to speak to me so badly, which please don't come up because I got something else that I'd actually rather watch. Let's see. So you're in all this stress and anger and all that because everybody's defending Lita, which I haven't heard anybody defend Lita. I haven't heard that. So where's that going on, John? Yeah, I didn't defend Lita. I didn't hear E11 defend Lita, and I would not give her any respect for anything. Hey, I appreciate that, Patty. Thank you for at least coming out of the bushes and saying, hey, thank you. So I'm just going to talk to the air for the most part. There's Kendra. Girl, my notifications ain't going on for shit. And I'm getting so mad about this. I swear it's because they want you to pay to promote, which I did on one video. I started it. I tried it yesterday. It's going to run for the week, and then I'll report to the creators, let y'all know if it's good, worth it or not. And like I said, I noticed that on TikTok when they started letting you pay to promote videos, everybody was having hell getting any type of views. And the FYP, like they barely got seen on FYP ever again. And it's because they want you to pay for it. And now they're offering that on YouTube. And now you can't get views for shit unless you're like more consistent and pay as well. So I don't know. I think it's bullshit. But anyways. What was I saying? Oh, so Johnson, you're in all this stress and emotion and anger and age because you just want to save the dog. You just want people to call Lita out for what she's done because she's such a monster. And because, again, I don't defend Lita. I'm not going to ever defend Lita. But there seems to be more to the story as far as her own DV, and both could be true, that she is an abuser and an animal abuser, as well as a DV victim. It is true she could be all those things. That's up for the judge to handle. No matter what, that's a story centered around DV, and I don't want to touch it. There's no conviction in that yet. There's nothing. So when the judge handles that, makes a decision, and Eric's completely cleared, then okay. But it's still very sensitive. It's still very recent, and she's still pregnant. So I really don't want to add to the stress of that shit. But I don't owe her a damn thing. Hold on. I don't know if that's really you. Oh yeah, it is. What's up? Hold on.
How are you?
Hello, Jesus. 1 second.
Hi.
Let me fix the screen. Let me fix the screen, hon. 1 minute. I got to get my right little picture thing up going. There we are.
Hi.
Hi, Jesus. Long time no see.
Long time no singing.
You said you were doing lives, but I have not seen any lives coming from your channel.
Oh, look, I haven't started yet.
Oh, okay. Has
Yeah.
your situation gotten better?
Yeah.
Yay, that's good. I'm happy about that. So what you up to, Jesus? Did you watch the Madness today?
No, I haven't seen it.
Good. You might want to keep it that way. It's best. Because this other
Yeah.
person has a really bad mouth. And yeah, he's pure negativity, and you don't need to listen to that bullshit. So, but it's just John defending Jules and being his normal doxing self, and say he never goes real life on people, when that man has gone real life so many times on people, doxing them involving grieving family members, messing stuff with my son, a bunch of crap he's done, like doxing Cooch's entire family, all this stuff. That's going real life. That is absolutely going real life. So him sitting up there with Jules saying that neither one of them do real life is complete madness.
Yeah, I barely see you because you're always in the mornings. I haven't been in the mornings.
I know my hours are all over the place. I have to get it live in when I can. But Thursdays, I get Thursdays off, so I always have time to do it on Thursdays.
Yeah.
That's why I'm here. I was making videos earlier today, and John's dumbass like, she just trying to do live streams on me because it's the last day of the month. First off, anything that we get on this probably won't even register before the 31st ends, which means we won't get that, most likely. But not only that, I said last night during my lives, that was the last live of the month, and I would see them in a few days. There was no planning of going live, and I wasn't going to go live today. But when John did that live stream and started doxing and all that other crap, I was like, no, if he needs a response, I'll give him his response.
Right.
But it's been a doozy. So I'm just going to play one of the streams to show what he feels about actual abusers, convicted abusers, and how he's sweeping things under the rug and saying this woman's a good person and she's a good girl. Scotty's a good girl, when Scotty's convicted multiple times for child molestation. Okay, so you didn't have not much to say when it came to her, John. And again, convicted multiple times over, convicted. But you want everybody to come out of the woodwork about Lita. Again, you only want that because you can't stand her and you want to get her back, because right now is a good time to kick her when she's down. So stop trying to make it look like you actually care beyond that, because you don't. Anywho's, so I'm going to cover that. Do you want to go ahead and pop on down?
Okay. Are you want me to come back later?
Yeah, you want to come back afterwards before I get going.
Okay.
All right, Jesus, I'll see you in a minute.
See you in a minute. Goodbye.
All right, bye. Okay. Is there no mods that can copy and paste my StreamYard link? I guess JY's shit out of luck. So is anybody else that wants to come to his defense. But anywho's, so John was all in a huff because none of us were coming to his defense about Lita. Okay, that's okay. Oh wait, let me address something else about a mod that I no longer have. I wasn't going to say anything publicly, but you have now taking it to John Yates, a stream that's titled it to talk shit about me, and you chose to bring it there to make everybody know that I took your wrench, okay? Well, let me tell you something. I have taken wrenches for far, 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 far less. And anytime I hand out a wrench, I always say the same thing. I say, if you're going to be a wrench, you're a representation of this channel. So therefore, please do not participate in streams that are using slurs or streams that are directed at me, trashing me and my channel, because you represent the channel. And if you're a mod, that's you're going to cause issues for me, and I will take the wrench for that. I've always said that. Hey, Stanley Cup, I have always said that. Again, I've taken the wrenches from people for much, much less, but there has been so many streams that Jules has done talking shit about me, and you're in there, and I've never said nothing. But this time, actually calling me stupid, and I don't know what I'm talking about with the politics, and that nobody's rights are being violated when a lot of people's rights are being violated, and some people's rights are completely being taken away from them if their parents weren't born in this country. Well, that's what he's trying to do. So that just, you called all of us stupid, and what a shit show it was, and it's all lies. And I get all my facts from TikTok, which again, TikTok has professors, legal analysis, lawyers, cops. I mean, everybody on there, news stations, CNN, Fox News, they're all on TikTok. So it sounds kind of stupid to say, get it, that I'll get all my facts from TikTok when the news is on TikTok. That's where a lot of the shit comes from. But not only that, I watched the shit go down live as he was signing shit away. Nonetheless, I'll just say it's Crystal. I took her wrench after that we did that stream. And my ranch. I don't have a ranch. Chat, yes. So that stream we did when we were talking about it's okay, girl. It's okay. The stream I did where I was talking about getting the cards and handing them out. And Chris like, why are you getting cards? I was like, because a lot of people's rights are being violated right now or at risk right now. And everybody needs to have a card with their rights on it to know what what the legalities are of you as an American citizen. And she's like, why would someone need that? Nobody's rights are being messed with. And I'm like, yeah, there actually are a lot of people's rights. But anyway, the chat, I ended the stream. She's like, she went in John's chat today and said, she took my wrench because I disagreed with her. Ma'am, you disagreed with me so many times, and I love my ball busters, and I've been friends with Callie Girl for 4 years now. She's busted my balls many fucking times and disagreed with me many effing times. That is not the issue. The issue is being in a chat that was geared to talk shit about me as a moderator for the channel, and then talking shit about the other people over here and saying everybody over here was stupid and didn't know what the hell they were talking about. I don't know why you said it has to be you could disagree with me all you want. You disagree with me many times when I said that I felt like weapons should not, especially AK type weapons, should not be able to be purchased by regular citizens. And you've disagreed with me that many times. Many times. It's not the weapon, it's the person. And I'm like, the fact is that people have a harder time. You have a less chance surviving on a weapon like that because there's so many rounds that could go off so fast. And there's hardly anything that they can't go through. And you disagreed with me and butted heads with me so many times with that, and I've never took your edge. And I'm much more passionate about stuff like that than politics. So please do not misrepresent what it actually was. You are not blocked from the channel. I blocked you myself on my own account, not from the channel, so you can still be in the chat. And I took your wrench, yes. I wasn't addressing you whatsoever, but you had to go to John's, who was actively trashing me and doxing me, and decided to add to it, I guess, and to paint me as a horrible person for taking the wrench. When again, people would have taken wrenches for a lot less, and I have taken wrenches for a lot less before. So now that that's out of the way, hey Stevie Lee, welcome back. Sorry about the one earlier. I had to go get the laundry. I forgot about it. So I apologize. But anyways, so since John is so passionate about what's going on with Lita and the dog, who hasn't been convicted yet, who the person who with the other person involved has come out and made a statement saying that they misunderstood or they didn't mean anything that was said on the statements, which that's they're going to have to figure that out. I don't know. But there's no conviction in the case yet. There's possible DV on both sides happening. But with this situation where only Scotty is a predator and it's to children, that parents trusted them because at school, and that's when she decided to prey on these children. And she did it to not only one, not two, but multiple kids in Angela's house, in the house where the kids were. And now she's back in the house with more kids, 7 to be exact, I think is what you said. And this is going to be your response, me and your discussion about Scotty and how you feel about Scotty now.
Then I was at Angela's house, and we were there because
I think Lita and Eric's story is a very rocky one. And like I said, both things could be true, that she is an abuser and she is also a victim. Both things can be true. So that's why I'm leaving that to the judge. But he's so passionate about that when it's not convicted, when this stuff was convicted. And again, he said, she's a good girl. She's just misunderstood.
because her daughter was sick and we were helping her out. Because people don't understand the relationship that I have with Angela. They all think that, like, we're, I'm a shitty blogger, and I'll do anything it is to do to get a story. And I've been at this for a fucking decade. Like, so we were there at Angela's, and Angela wasn't even there. Because we were trying to help out her daughter, Scotty. I can't talk about Scotty, but fuck it. Scotty. Scotty is on complete kidney dialysis, and every day she has to go to dialysis like 3 times a day. Like it's really bad. She needs like a kidney, and the rep that Scotty got was not accurate. And Scotty is a great girl.
What world? What world does her being sick erase all that horrible shit she did? We're going to agree to disagree on that.
Well,
respectfully.
see what you don't know. You don't know what I know. Okay.
I know, but there was nothing about that case that wasn't really bad. What could he possibly know that exonerates her and makes her not guilty when all the kids have testified about this? Again, just because you know her now and you kiss Angela's ass like Angela's not an abusive, racist piece of shit, which she is. She's always been that. And I've always told you I don't like her because of that. I'm not the one that kisses your ass on every little thing you say and do. I'm also not the one that needs your name for clout when all those times you invited me to come on panel, I didn't go on panel. That you were never a fucking goal of something I aspired to. Get over yourself.
Scotty got sentenced to 20 years. She served 2 and came out.
Yeah, because it's a female. I don't know how that happened.
The court because it wasn't true.
Yes, you can, Jesus.
What do you think I'd be like hanging out with them if Scotty was like what they claim her to be?
I feel like you kind of had to hang out with her just because she lives there and it's Angela's daughter, so you had to hang out with it.
No. That would ruin me.
Like he cares.
Like, I was one of the first people that reported on Scotty, like, with that. And
we're good.
I would never go there. That's suicide. Well, it's blogger suicide. Like,
straight up disrespecting my channel, dude.
To do that, I know a lot of people aren't going to believe it, but Scotty's not the demon that people think she is.
Oh,
and
really?
Scotty is one of my most favorite people on earth.
Wow.
She's funny and smart.
Wowzer. Hold on.
And the truth shall set you free, motherfuckers. And there it is. And there it is.
And that's what we call limited portion. So good luck with your threats, sir. Hey, Lori, darling, how are you? We're just listening to what John's real thoughts are about convicted felons, especially that hurt things that can't fight back, like animals and children. He's so upset because animals can't defend themselves and kids can't defend themselves. I think, but kids have more value in life than animals, but yes, they're still very, very important and they have souls too. But there should be more weight when it comes to children, but you're overlooking that abuse to a child because you like the person.
And she is not, and I spent a lot of time with them and Scotty, and you know, she's a good person. And that's why, oh God, I don't want to overstep what I have to say here.
Hey,
Well, don't
Donna.
overstep. I'm just saying, like,
they're going to drag you for that, and you got to understand, no matter what.
I've got dragged for Scotty already. I get it. I get it.
I know, but no matter what you share about her, I mean, it's kind of funny. You didn't care about my opinion because it was about your friend. I'm trying to stand up for what's right then and stand up against a felon who hurt someone that couldn't fight back, just like you're saying Lita did. But you didn't give a fuck what I had to say back then. It didn't change your mind not one bit. So why do you care now? No matter what you say about, I learned this since then, nothing's going to change anybody's view on her because of what happened in court. And there's nothing you're never going to be able to fix her image. You're never going to be able to fix it.
But what I can say is that, Cody, come here, please. What I can say is that...
Hello, Sarah. Good to see you, hon. No, I am not even worried about it. He made a fool of himself. The stream was supposed to be about Lita. I have nothing to do with Lita. I've never been friends with Lita. She used to be a mod on this channel 3 or 4 months at max. We weren't close at all. We were not friends. We never talked on the phone or anything. There was no friendship ever. She was only over here because y'all who had been over here at that point. That's it. Not for anything else. She has been talking shit about me just as much she's been talking shit about John and everybody else. There's nothing preventing me from talking about her, except I don't want to touch that because we don't know where the DV lands between the two, who's going to be convicted, who did what exactly, until the judge sees everything presented. And so he wanted to throw my name, see what Kendra, one of you are watching, Lita abused a puppy. And I'm like, why are you even bringing my name up? I have nothing to do with this. Or I said, I have nothing to do with Lita. And he's like, oh, get the F out of here, Siwa. Get the freak out of here. You're a horrible human being. I'm like, I consider the source. He's like, who's your source? Who's your source? Dummy. That means I look at who's talking. That's what that means. Okay? So I said, I consider the source. He's like, what source are you talking about? Who's your source? Like, how do you not know what I was talking about, Mr. All your degrees and whatnot? But he started losing his shit, started doxing. Cody starts going off and talking all his shit, trying to dox, say she works at Dollywood. No, she works at Dollar General. No, she works at Dollar Tree. I'm like, where the fuck is this coming from? Sure, dude. I work at all of them. Call all of them. Make sure they fire me, dude. What an idiot. I don't work at any of those places. No one will ever know. It's a part-time job and it's none of your business. It has nothing to do with this either. So I'm never going to tie the two together. So he convinced me with that bullshit, but started talking all his shit. Then have Jules up and she started talking all her shit. Yeah, I've never supported Lita. I've never liked Lita. She has always been one of the worst of the worst, but she has posted a picture with a black eye, very real black eye. Eric has made a statement trying to withdraw the things he said. Again, that's why it needs to wait for the judge. But no matter what, if there's any truth to hurting that animal, she needs prison. She needs jail. That's all I'm going to offer as a statement. But again, he wants all these statements about what we feel. Now, you're protected leader because you won't make a stance against her. But again, anytime I've given my opinion on anything else that was important, he didn't give a fuck because he didn't have a fight with them at the time, or it wasn't important enough at the time.
That Scotty got sentenced to like 25 years and she served like a year and a half. And she got released because we're talking about Scotty. Can you just like say something about, you're not helping me.
What do you want me to say? I've already said it. What? She's an amazing person. She's one of our very, very good friends.
Oh, look.
She's family, and anything you ask for, she will bend over backwards. And
So much squawking in the background when it comes to loving on a felon. Again, a predator. You hate predators, I thought. You hate felons, I thought. You especially hate felons that hurt defenseless beings and animals. Huh.
help you.
Think about it. Think about it, guys, for a second. If Scotty was so awful, she would not have her kids in the same house as her.
I didn't
Like,
see
you know,
that part. I always wonder how she's able to be around
because
those
she's
children.
not.
Because I haven't read that part. I don't know where to find it. I just saw what people were commenting about his statement. So if anybody knows where it's at, let me know because I can't find it. I stopped watching those two back when she threw his daughter out of her apartment. Right. They were voted most hated for a reason, but no matter how we feel about her or him or all these horrible things they've done, again, nobody deserves DV. And it should not be talked about 24/7 just because John doesn't like her. He's begging for a restraining order, honestly, because today he talks all sorts of shit about her. He talked all those numbers and the breeders and all that. And they said, we're going to go after the breeders too. Here's their email. Here's their phone number. And then when they didn't get their way with them, they're like, yeah, we're going to report them now too. And we could shed a light on how sketchy they are now. So trying to ruin their business because they didn't take the YouTube. They didn't listen to this stuff that he said. But telling everybody to message the ASTP, whatever the hell it is, about animals and PETA and animal control. And they need to contact the breeders. And they need to contact the police department. And they need to look into contacting the news now. And all this shit. It was insane. So if anything, she might end up having to get an RL. I don't know. He was clearly trying to... Yeah. Oh, I haven't seen that either. I think so, too. I think both of them, too. It was her, too. She was replying to every live he did on her IG story, so it was her, too. Who I know about John and Lita. I know that. But I'm saying he would not care so much if there wasn't that emotional investment because of his hate for her. Because, again, when it comes to speaking out against abusive felons, he wants it shut down if he likes them.
That person, Siwa, she's
Once
not.
you're registered as an offender, you can't be around children at all, I thought.
Listen, the person already admitted to the cops also that it was all fake, that it was not real.
And the police were like, that's not. It's not my story to tell.
No, it's not. But I mean, it's
But if they came forward and said it was all lies and that they lied to the police, so wouldn't there be a court hearing to get that entered as an evidence that it was all lies and all fake? But see, nobody's arguing that the dog shouldn't be taken or anything. It's why did he say everybody needs to contact me? That's insane, and that's unfair to that business and all those workers. John making a call, it was enough to say everything that he said. He's got all this proof on her, and he knows all her information. That was more than enough. The whole internet should not be harassing, and he should not be giving all that out publicly to thousands of people to inundate them. Wait. I've never seen it either. Yeah, that was... yeah, let me just even say that, which screw you, John. But the pictures that she is showing with John's face, all the black eyes are completely makeup. He was doing a parody or something of someone. I don't know who it was, but he did black eye makeup on. He even says in the video, "This isn't makeup right here." Obviously saying as in the other stuff is makeup. So the thing in the middle of his forehead was real, but the others were not. So, and she knows that. So Lita, why add to it? You know that that's not true. I'm not saying the other stuff's not true, but that saying those were black eyes is not true either. It's just not. Too many calls like that and telling the whole internet to call is inciting harassment. And that could be grounds for getting an RO against him. It's just not smart to do. I don't understand why you included us either. We are not friends. I am not friends with Maria or anybody on that side. And I've never been friends with Lita. Ever. So including us was no point in me just saying, why are you bringing me up? Because, dude, you're doing a stream about abusing dogs and Lita cast members, but then you throw in Mine Kendra's name out of nowhere. If you're watching this, you should you should be saying something about Lita or whatever it is you said. Just don't throw our names out there. And for idiots, like, she purposely wanted to trigger him. All I said was, why are you bringing me up? Why are you bringing me up when I have nothing to do with this, is what I said. There is an issue of that little comment was enough to be, oh, we know for a fact that will trigger him. That's crazy if you get triggered over something that minuscule when you're bringing my name into it and Kendra's name into it. Yes, it was minute what you said as well, but there was no problem saying, why are you bringing me up? I'm not tied to her or any of this. And all these names you're throwing out of people that are defending her and her friends, I have never been that, so please stop putting me in the mix with all that. And now because I stood up against your bullshit today, now it's, oh, you're doing it in defense of Lita. I'm not friends with Lita. All the fucking time she got her way. That's fine, honestly, because Jules is the kind that will overlook it when he says, we've never said that word, and I'm never going to be that person. And that's why we fell out, because I wasn't willing to be that person. I'm not going to cover up for anybody saying that word. I don't care who you are or how close you are. I'm never going to stand up or overlook a word like that. So it's better that she stayed with him, I guess. But she enjoyed it too much. And like Savage said, that's hilarious because he was totally avoiding you, practically, like ignoring you. Okay, Steve Lee, thank you so much for being here. Please hit the thumbs up if you don't mind, hon. Truth Bomb's like, we already know where this is headed. We already know. Yeah, and he's like, I'm really, really sick. Here's what's so funny. Like, oh, she mentioned her blood pressure because she was trying to grit for money when nothing of the story got said. And I was only gone for 2 days from streaming. And I was only in the hospital for a few hours. Well, 5 hours to be exact. I was only in the hospital for 5 hours. So what would that have anything to do with, oh, here's my blood pressure because I'm not going to go live right now. So just send me my... That's Jules' thing. Never been my thing about that. I never use, like I said, my health to get money from people. But you're sitting there saying how, and then she went to go get Popeyes, and that's bad for high blood pressure. My blood pressure is high because of stress-related issues, because of a certain individual. Has nothing to do with a diet. But didn't we remember a camera slip where you were nothing like you claim you look? I will not take dieting advice from you with that cam slip. Respectfully. I will not take dieting advice from you. And guess what? That shit won't mess with my cholesterol considering I'm more active than any of the calories I take in a day. You, on the other hand, barely move during the day. And you sit there with your munchies and eat anything around you. I eat once a fucking day. And again, I'm active. I'm out and about. You're not, for the most part. But you two up there giving me advice when Jules is saying she's sick as a dog, she's got the flu, she's got a high fever, but you're sitting up there on panel just to run your mouth about me and other people for an hour, 2 hours. Hey, Miss Liability. So you're trying to give me advice about how I need to step away from the internet. And then when I do step away, then you can't be back here. You've been gone too long. Bullshit. when you're out there with the flu because you can't keep your mouth shut long enough to sit this one out. And then we got John over here doxing everybody, talking all this shit about and speaking about how much he hates the felons that prey on people with weaknesses like children and animals, but then defends Scotty, who was convicted of that. Again, that's the whole thesis of this show. You're up there doing all this running of the mouth to just go at Lita and attacking women while saying how you're really against going after people, but whatever. And you're up there so sick that you're throwing up and you just come right back like nothing's wrong and stay on for another 40 minutes just to talk shit about me because all I said is, why did you bring me up? And you're giving me advice too? You could even turn off the stream to go throw up. And then you could even say, I got to go because you still had all that shit talking to do for the next 40 minutes. Y'all are giving me advice on when to sit it out and not put YouTube before my health? Okay, Jan. He looked throwed. And for him to say, I don't do this drama no more. Your whole thing for the past 3 days has been drama, 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 drama. It was all personal. It was all stuff that had happened in this community and everything else. That's what you were talking about. And you don't want to hear about the past, but you sure did bring up every little thing you could of the past, even go all the way back to Home Depot Jen days. Every little detail. And if you had video clips of proof to prove all these horrible things you said about her, you would be playing them in a heartbeat. You just pissing and moaning because you came up on my panel showing your old ass. Again, I can play it as many times as I want. It's my content that was done on a public platform. There was no promise of secrecy on a membership or anything. I know, but hey, for her, it is. Because you got to understand, she's already high off the other stuff. So you put the high temperature with the high being high, to her, it'll feel like 106. And John talking about how I'm one old bitch on YouTube and all the other stuff. You're sitting up there with a 60-year-old bug who brags about a penis and uses a child's voice with stickers all over her wall of bumblebees with bright pink hair with blue eyeliner. I don't know. With 80s style hair, just like she was electrocuted. Calling me too old to be here? I'm 39. I'm younger than all you others on here, okay? Most of you. I think most of you. I think Deadly is like the youngest. Oh, see, not me. It takes about 102 before I really will start like, all right, now I'm pissing and moaning. Wait. She was telling Maria to mind her business when Lita is actually her friend and they've been friends for years. Maria has more business talk about it than Jules does. Jules has absolutely no ties to her. Except she could talk shit with John. So she took her moment. Sitting up there while he's doxing away, while claiming how horrific it is for a man to be attacking a woman and doxing them and putting them in danger. And then the idiot's like, she says she never uses her name anywhere, but you can't use your fake name on government documents and records with your daughter. Dumbass. I'm obviously talking about social media. I don't use my name on any social media, and I don't. I'm obviously not saying in life with legal paperwork, moron. Oh, yeah, I'm signing away Sela Moon on everything, even my taxes. I changed my social security number to go to Sela Moon as well. God almighty. Like, you really have to spell it out for people in this community. You have to say every little thing or they just imagine you mean something else. I don't feel young, but I'm younger than most people out here. Oh, you know it happened. What wasn't about Lita? Me neither. When I had Covina, I did not go live. When I had bronchitis, I did not go live. When I had my injuries to my wrist, I did not go live. When, like, what else? When I had kidney stone, I didn't go live. When I get drunk, I don't go live. If it's the holidays, I don't go live to be a complete bitch and spend 8 hours a day on a holiday online, but don't go visit family members. No, I hopped on a plane to go visit family members, didn't go live, not once. You tell me about when it's appropriate to go live. I didn't go live when I lost someone immediately. So stop saying, again, your decisions are not my decisions. My decisions will not be your decisions. I don't agree with 90% of the times that you choose to go live. So I don't give a fuck how you feel about when I go live. You don't have the same morals as me. Therefore, of course, your decisions are not going to be the same. Oh, yes, she did. Miss Liability, your comments got screenshotted and sent to John because you were talking bad about John, how he can't hide his racism. And how dare you say that in the stream because he was muted and making all those facial expressions. So because you made that comment, that means we were doing a hateful John stream when the stream was about listening to Carrie Ann, and that was just in the same video. And nobody cares about Carrie Ann. Literally, nobody asked you to play it. Nobody cares what she had to say. When I was like, no, I said no. A few of my subs asked me to play it. Yeah, he was being a whole ass today. But he's like, here's the comments that prove it. This proves Steve was trash talking me. I'm so glad my neighbors are being a-holes right now. It is 10 o'clock and racket on a school night. Yes. Wait, what? Hold on. She told Maria to mind her business about what Jules is saying about Bambi. Jules always gives her opinion on everything. On everything. Because what about me going in there having anything to do with her? She's always telling me to mind my fucking business and being all in the Kool-Aid. Well, again, she was giving me parenting advice. That's as much as being in the Kool-Aid. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about as it gets, honey.
I can't speak
So
on
again, John's views on a predatory woman felon. A predatory felon. That's a cast member or was a cast member. And because he stands for what's right. Children and animals are defenseless. And so anybody going after them, you're just a pure monster. And he means that all across the board, not just to the people he likes. Right? Or is it selective?
on this. I probably
Don't get yourself in trouble.
I probably overstepped already. But what I can say is, like, if Scotty was such a danger, she would not have her kids in her house or be around kids or anything else. And that's it.
Well, Jules said today, y'all, she has never gone real life. And John said he's never gone real life. I imagine the interview with the grieving family. I imagine him doxing my son and showing his image because he made a bad decision one night based on emotional mental health issues. I imagine that, I guess. That's not going real life. Wanting pictures of my daughter to put on adult websites, that's not going real life. All the doxing you've done to Cooch's all extended family, including babies, that's not going real life. You have caused a lot of damage with your mouth. Just because you didn't show up in person does not mean it's not real life. It's a Diane, difficult situation for sure. And like I said, I don't even think if you came out and had proof she was a saint, you're still not going to be able to fix. Unfortunately,
no, absolutely.
Oh, speaking of,
but
thank you. I forgot the title of my stream. So the title of the stream, boys and girls, is what's the statute of limitations on death threats. Now, the reason I asked that is because when I went to Austin and John and another person John was making the death threats against me, and the other person was doxing my information to him and hosted the platform to him and told him lies to get him to make those threats against me. Both of those people were getting harassment charges. Okay. Because of his death threat. So for that reason, I still had the videos. But not only that, I also had the video from Jen's channel when Jen had her channel and he thought everybody was sleeping, where he really made extreme death threats against me. Very horrible, very gory death threats against me. And I have that recorded. So the next time, one more time, if you doxing me, I'm going to go ahead and file charges on you, because the statute of limitations is 3 years here for me, 5 years there for you. And it's only been 2. I owe you not a damn thing. And I'm tired of your shit. You don't get to just continue to put my life in danger by you doxing me when you have been talk about favors. You haven't been in jail when you could easily go to jail. And all those other people that try to follow you, I hope they follow that through and figure out another way, because those threats that you have given to so many women and children are horrific. And that is not okay. And you're like, oh, I say bad things, but they don't mean nothing. That's still, you doxing people puts people in harm's way.
Oh, she's a good girl, and she's sick, and she's dying pretty much. So we had to go down there to circle back to how this came out. Angela was in Nigeria, and Scotty was about to die. She had
and I feel the same with his situation as well. I feel there's DV on both sides. I've seen DV from the one person, not even John. I've seen the yanking out of the chair, John coming back with his head busted open, and I've seen that. So there's no arguing that has not happened. That fucking happened. And there are a police report and stuff saying that he did it to Cody. So I don't know. Again, that's another situation. John, you should be grateful that I don't want to make that whole thing a topic and dissect every little bit of it and raise it, plaster it everywhere I can, because there's no convictions about you with that. You didn't have your day in court to prove your side. And if we were to never bring it up because of that fact, you would be grateful. But because it's for Lita, you want us all to sing like birds, all these horrible things about her just because you said.
sepsis, from the port, from her dialysis, and we went down there, and that's when the whole Amber thing came
toxic,
up.
Very toxic. I've always said I hope they both get help. And I even told John before, after he went on camera and it showed like that, I was like, I am so sorry you went that. You don't deserve that. That's not okay. No one fucking deserves that shit. So again, it's not going to be a topic, and I'm not going to dig into it and try to cause more pain on anybody who's going through that.
We were there, trying to take care of, the situation, and
really?
Amber was my biggest enemy at that point. And she was a real cunt. Oh God, Amber was the worst.
I know that for sure. I was one of the big targets.
She
went lower than low when she went after me, but she's not done a dang since. So
she was the worst, man. And I did a live, and
in case you missed it earlier because you went live because I was live earlier, John, Geneva was not here when that video the other day, was it yesterday, played where you were muted and making a fool of yourself over talking to AT2. She was not in here when it played your part at all. She left. So Don't even ask and demand answers of Geneva for why she let that happen in my chat on my channel. Geneva doesn't host my channel. She doesn't run my channel. She's not a managing moderator for my channel. She's none of those things. She is a friend. She does help me mod, and she is a sub. She doesn't control this channel. So she cannot take blame for anything that happened on this channel. And if she would have probably tried to put a stop to me when I'm speaking my mind, it wouldn't have done anything. So don't try to hold her against for anything, because just like she wasn't there for you at your stream today while you were doxing the fuck out of me over and over and over, I'm not going to hold that against her.
I called Amber after Amber was in the chat and she was being a bitch, and I called her and I said, "What the fuck?
Me too.
I can't anymore." And then we talked it out, and we're good, and we've been good for like 2.5 years now.
When was the last time you talked to her? Everybody, Brooke's been bragging that Amber's gone and she chased her off the internet, but everybody's wondering, is she good? When was the last time you talked to Amber? Seriously, she's bragging about it that she chased. She never comes back just to prove a point, but I doubt she will. I mean, crazy.
You know, and I'm laughing because, like, when we were live at Angela's house, while I was live with Michael, and Amber had actually called my.
Oh, and what a shock! John agrees now with everything Stalker has ever said about me. What a shock that he does that. I've never known him to do such a thing before. Just automatically agree with what everybody's ever said about you if you piss him off and don't agree with his ways.
My phone while I was live, and Scotty picked it up. And
he said, "Geneva, what do you have to say about this?" Because he was showing, here's your proof that C was stream about yesterday of the old video was talking about me. Because I said in the chat, I wasn't attacking you, John, playing that video. I wasn't attacking you. And he's like, here's the screenshots that proof that this was happening in Geneva. People can keep messaging me, asking me, why do I still talk to you? She's still Steve's friend. Why do you still talk to Geneva when she's Steve's friend? Geneva, you let that happen. About me playing my flashback video when you were here at the beginning when we were playing the other stuff. What was it? The other stuff, Carrie Ann stuff. And then what left when it geared toward John, just like you have been for months. For months, anytime it goes towards him, you leave, and I understand that. I totally get that, and I respect that. But now you're trying to act like you knew about it, or you could have done something to make me stop. Yes, Jules is feeding him screenshots. That's what she does. She's gonna try to get him more mad at her, but Geneva had nothing to do with yesterday.
Amber was telling everybody that Heidi was live saying that how she was going to get Michael on her channel. And I'm like, okay, Heidi Black, you go ahead and get Michael on your channel. I am so glad he didn't go over there. How embarrassing. I mean, but I was live with 2,500 live viewers watching on YouTube while Heidi was live with 32. So 2,500 versus 32. I mean, I broke all my records.
Dude, what? Why is he okay with someone who thinks it's okay to tell me to drive off a cliff like my mom? He can have that liability. Jules told you that? She is just a messy fucking person, and he's pulling one of her cards about, I don't make you choose, but if you show up in a chat where I don't like that person, I'm just going to treat you like shit. And the next time you're around, to make you choose that way, like with force, it's a fucking game. But he acts like I said, Jules could go and sit up there. She sat up there through a lot of foul shit that he's done. And again, he's acting like I'm bitter because we're not friends anymore. I walked from you when you started you talking down to me, and you wanted me to come back and chat with you. And if I would just say I was wrong, it would have been fine. And I refused to say I was wrong because I wasn't fucking wrong. I know exactly what I heard. And then anytime you wanted to be unblocked in my chat, I never unblocked you because I don't need you. And then Jill's like, oh, Siva backed herself in a corner. Now she has nothing to talk about, no content, because she can't play other people's stuff. I never made my channel all about playing someone's stuff. You have, Jules. I barely do commentary on people. I used to do commentary on John and Jen, but even all those videos are down because I didn't know that we were not allowed to use the whole video as long as we did commentary. That's before they added I think before they added the limited, or before I knew about it, but where it said limited amounts can be used. If I had known that, I would have never done all those streams covering all the videos, because that I don't ever try to risk a strike. Oh, did he? Oh, I have her blocked, so I can't see anything she says. Oh, he was talking shit about Sophie too, or trying to, but she didn't go into the chat. But I'm not. He's like, I let you in my chat, Siwa. I don't give a fuck. Like I said, I told you 8 months ago, probably longer. Please block my fucking account, because I won't keep my mouth shut. And if you're so mad about me being in there, block the fucking account. If you can't handle the truth, block the fucking account. But no, he insisted he didn't want it blocked. And I was supposed to kiss the ring over that? No, like, dude, I don't block me, dude. And then saying I can't talk about you because if I don't unblock you in the chat, again, I have no issues dropping the link like I've always done on this channel with certain people, or with people that I thought I could have a conversation with, whether I like them or not. Oh, and he was being transphobic again today, calling Tulsa a man and saying this man was having intimacy with, like, being completely disrespectful. Tulsa is a woman. She identifies as a woman. You taking that away from her because you don't like her is called transphobia. It has nothing to do with you being scared of trans people. It's you having a negative, like, treating people negatively just because of the fact that they are trans.
For like live viewers on YouTube on that one.
Well, we know she wouldn't even care if it wasn't tied to you somehow.
But yeah, Heidi was saying how she was going to have Michael up on her channel and she was going to interview him. So Amber had called, but I was live and I couldn't pick up the phone. So
well, I hope Tulsa, like, he goes on, and I want to say this as well. He goes on and on about how much he hates you know who, because they did revenge corn showing that picture of Cody's udders. Cody's intimate parts, okay? Like, he's so pissed off about that, how he wants justice and Brooke needs to go to jail and everything because she showed that. But when it came to Tulsa, you showed her and her husband nude. Their entire bodies, not just something you can't even tell what it is. And yes, it's all wrong and disgusting. But you're the one that used to do revenge corn with her on people. Like playing for people's OnlyFans and then showing it on YouTube free for everybody. That takes it out of the paywall, where there's security behind paywall in case it ever gets shown anywhere. Like, you used to do that shit too. You shouldn't be shocked. You like as a friend who Jesus?
My phone was on the counter on the table. Scotty picked up and she talked, and then then Angela talked to her for a hot second, and then that's how I found out that Heidi was being Heidi, and whatever. But
A backstabber, nothing new.
yeah, and Siwa and everybody else, like who are listening, like Scotty she's a good person. I promise you, she would not be out of jail after 1.5 years if things I love Scotty, and you could hate me for that, but she's a good person.
Your prerogative.
She's a good person.
So if anybody comes out and wants to say that they love Lita, she's a good person, she's misunderstood, that everything is false against her, and it was all no proof of anything that she ever did anything bad, even though it's already been admitted to cops, as you said. If you want to come out and say that in the next few days, just remember, John feels it's okay to say so.
And she got the raw deal.
They're like, who?
And I will defend Scotty until I have one more breath in my body, because she's a good person.
I know.
And like, I can't talk about Scotty ever, because
Well,
it's like,
then you fucked up tonight.
it's taboo. You can't talk about Scotty, but
you could talk about it if you say the right things and are on the right side. If you had come out and said how disgusted you were with her charges, and you pray those children are going to be okay in the end, and you feel horrible for the victims, and you can never understand anybody standing up for such a monster, trust, nobody would hate you for saying so, except maybe her. You can't say anything because it's wrong. You shouldn't be saying those things about such a person. Unless you could get unless the victim becomes an adult and comes forward and says, I lied about everything, no one's going to change their opinion. Like I said, no one's going to take your word for it.
But doesn't anybody feel like that if she was released from jail like so early, like there was a mistake?
It's confusing how she was released from jail from 20 years to only 2. It's confusing how she's allowed in the house around all the children. Very
because
confusing.
She didn't do anything, Siwa. Because
I know.
She's not
bullshit.
Not the person that they claimed her to be.
Off about it.
That's why.
Yeah, I was saying I know that there's something off about her only getting 2 years. I remember the first time you went over there, I think we were still cool at that time, and you had done a live, and we saw Scotty walk in the camera for the first time. I messaged Mom and Poirier. I was like, what the fuck is John doing there? Why is Scotty there around all those kids? And Mom and Poirier is like, she would never do anything to those kids. And I mean, me and her kind of disagreed with each other because like we actually fought about it. I don't think she should be around all those children. But anyways, like I remember how shocked I was the first time when I found out she was there. He said as if she would do anything to her own kids. And yes, predators will do things to their own children. It happens more often than not when it comes to predators. That's usually their first victim. Around the kids. I was like, how is she allowed to be there? So
not the, but she's.
Well, if the kid came forward and said it was all lies and it was they did it for whatever reason, I hope that they come forward and clear their. I honestly think that any charges for Green, are stupid. It should be expunged or whatever because it's legal practically in every state at this point. And I don't know. I feel like all of those charges should be dropped. But yeah, as far as a legal expert, John being one, no. Their name. He said today that Home Depot Jen tried to R his husband because she showed up in a bra or a robe or whatever with her chi-chi somewhat like out, like probably just her cleavage hanging out in a bra probably. And she said to him, you're not going to leave this house until you sleep with me. And John's saying that was R, and he's going to see if he could try to file charges against her for it when there was no physical contact or assaulting. It was just the words sexual harassment at most. And he was trying to see what the charges are for R to try to file charges on her. So him, a legal expert, yeah, definitely would not look to him for legal advice or clear her name, because if she's dying, that's what she's going to be known as the rest of her time unless it's cleared up.
Nope. Not as long as I have anything to do with it. Nope. But it's, whatever. The point is, going back to like this thing, I called Amber that night and we worked it through. And since then, that was like 2.5 years ago. We've been great. Just like, me and you have been great, Siwa, since like June, with the court case. And like,
until I disagreed.
Me and Jules have been good since, like,
And conveniently, not long after the court case, or not long after you got all the evidence and stuff, and you had already realized how long it was going to take for the judge to finally see you guys. So I guess you finally gave up on trying to be the nice guy to everybody you asked to testify for you.
I guess, I don't know, November or like whenever. But when I
Who?
make amends with somebody, I mean it.
No, he doesn't.
And I'm not
Because he promised he would never ever go back to trashing me or doxing me or bringing up the DW stuff. But he did all the above today.
not going to fall back
And I wasn't even trashing him.
on them, which was the point. And like, going back to Amber, the reason why they all fucking turned on me was because I made good with Amber. And but that wasn't before that Maria asked me to ask Amber to take down 100 videos. Then Brooke asked me to ask Amber to take down 100 videos. Then Kathy asked me to ask Amber to take down her videos. And Amber did everything I asked her to. With with us just being friends again for one day, and Amber did it all. And like, I never even asked Amber to take my videos down. I just to take my name out of your titles. Like, they were going for they were going for it. I said, I'm like, keep your.
Anyways, I covered what I wanted to cover. Allegedly, no, not allegedly. So Maria's supposed to be interviewing Lita tomorrow, I guess. Going to be doing an interview with Lita. And the person that Angela, from the 90 Day Fiance, the racist, the Trumpster lady, that one that Angela always calls Kibble and Bits, that lady's going to be on the show as well. So it's going to be Maria and the Kibble and Bits lady, Mary is her name, interviewing Lita about the DV and all that stuff. So we shall see what happens. But John's already furious about anybody giving her a platform. You're just as disgusting. You deserve a special place in hell and all that stuff. And I'm like, I would probably be careful to talk about anybody giving her a platform. It's Maria giving her the platform. You don't want to make it look like there's violating of any protective orders or something, like you're trying to mention her. I would just not mention that part, honestly. Yeah, Angela calls her Kibble and Bits, but her name is Kiki and something. I forgot the rest of it. But yeah, Angela's like Kibble and Bits, the Kibble and Bits bitch, all that type of stuff. But Mary is her name. She's very nice. But Maria's been shouting on her channel, I saw. And I don't know. I didn't know they knew each other. But that's good. Yeah, I was mentioning some of that earlier, actually. Hey, Val. Sorry, we are just about to go. He does. And it's so funny. He's like, you use me for content, dude. How long has it been since you've been a topic on this channel, actually covering you, especially commentary? How long? Do you realize how long it's been? And you don't bring views like that. If you can't even bring the views to yourself, by in the chat video, I don't know what you mean. What was I saying? If you can't bring the views to yourself using your own name, what good is it going to do to me? But it's so funny, when you titled the stream about me, you had 210 views. But when you were talking earlier without trashing me and talk shit about me, your views were at 150. But when I go live to respond to you earlier, views still the same. You didn't bring no views. You claim now that you didn't bring no views. So it looks like my name brings more than yours, sir. But you had a shot. He wants to rule over everyone else's channel. He does. And I am the only channel, I truly feel, I am the only channel in our community that has always stood my ground with him. Anytime he tried to use any type of bad words or even any type of hint of a slur or discrimination and doxing and threats or any of that. I always called him out for that shit and told him it was not going to be welcomed. And then I would drop him. And I've muted him before, and I kicked him off before, and I've blocked him on from the backstage before. All the other channels have, anytime they want to be cool with him, they let him run amok on their channels and say all the horrible things that he knows. If he says on his channel, he gets a violation. I have never allowed him to do so. I've always put a stop to it. So, yeah, I don't let him run rampant and use my channel and use me for everything. Jules, you got the right person. You have dogged her out 4 or 5 times in the past 8 months, and y'all still are acting like the best friends ever. When even today you said you will get rid of anybody that plays old streams, even Jules. And Jules is right there in the chat knowing that bitch has played old streams just the other day. And you liked it when she played. I forgot that happened. I was so shocked looking at myself. I looked so bad. I was so embarrassed seeing myself act that way. When we were going at Crazy Cat Mama, I was horrible. And I'm like, that was very calm compared to the worst of the worst. That stream was nothing compared to how bad you usually are. So she showed a stream that you thought was so horrible that painted you in such a horrible light. But you were glad to see it because you forgot, and it woke you up to realize to be so grateful for how much you changed. But I play a video that we weren't even gearing it towards you, but you started acting like that towards the end. And I don't have a right to play it, and how disgusting it makes a horrible person of me because I played it. You're full of shit, dude. I see right through you. Right? Well, even John was talking shit about Jen Bailey as well. Terry Lynn changed a lot. I have nothing to do with Terry Lynn, and I will never forgive her. She is the person that sent nudes to the man in prison just to get his attention, just to fuck with me. I will never forgive her or ever think anything of her differently than that's the type of person she is, even as a mother. That's as low as you could get. People should have more self-confidence in themselves than think that need to do such a thing. And there was some idiot starting a rumor that I have a secret OnlyFans. Dude, I am the last person y'all should think would have an OnlyFans in our community. And the biggest fucking prude. I'm the one that could be promiscuous if I wanted to, but I'm not. And I haven't been the whole time I've had a fucking channel. I've been celibate the entire time I've had a fucking channel. And even before that. But so me having an OF, if I'm not being sexual and by privacy, why do you think I would do it online for a fee? If I haven't done it before, I'm sure as hell wouldn't do it now. God, you're a fucking idiot even trying to paint me in that light, and it's wrong to even do. Got me mixed up with the wrong girl. Because again, I've never sent my nudes. I've never tried to sell myself online. I never met up with anybody off the internet. I never showed an interest in anybody off the internet. Yeah, I'm not that type of female. And I've proven it with all the messages between me and my friends throughout my whole, from teenage up. So, nice try, dude. Nice try. Jim Bailey still owes you apology. Well, John was being really hateful toward Jen today and saying a leopard doesn't change its spots, and Jen's always the same Jen. She's not fooling anybody. She's still a problem. She's still horrible and all that other shit. And yeah, no imaginary boyfriend. No tool either, like all these other women that keep bragging, like just nothing. So again, I should be the last one that anybody should think of. And you could count your blessings or count your money on the fact that I will never be that type of woman either. I think it's comical how stupid all these women are to send it to the prisoners and just to upset me, or send it to people on YouTube who you know is going to start trash you in the next week. And not only has your news been spread around once, twice, or 3 times, it's been spread around multiple times to so many people, and you still continue to try to meet guys off the internet and send nudes to people on the internet. Haven't learned a damn thing. Wait. Super chat videos about what you said. I must have missed it. I don't remember. I didn't know that. Who has super chat videos about you? No, I have nothing to do with Amity. Nothing whatsoever. Okay. So, Jesus, don't get mad, but my eyes are closing on me, dude. I have been cleaning and taking care of stuff all day and cooking. I made this new recipe called for taco pasta bake or something like that. And I used the Taco Bell seasoning and then the cheesy taco seasoning and mixed it together, and it was so freaking good. So freaking good. And then there had this Gordo's queso cheese mix. That stuff was really good. So, anyways, you mix it. You do the layers of the meat, and I added black beans to mine. But you do layers of the meat, then the tortilla, then the queso, then the meat, then the cheese, tortilla, and up, up, up. And Princess liked it. She got a big bowl, and then she came back for seconds and got more. But I know I won't. It won't last long. I still have stew that I'm finishing up. I probably have just one day left. And then I'm going to make my cucumber salad tonight. But I am so fucking tired. I don't think I can stay up to do it now. Jelly Belly, are you being nice or being mean? Oh. Oh, okay. I got you. All right, y'all. Well, thank you for being here. I appreciate it. This is the last stream of the month. Well, hell, right? Yeah, well, it's the 31st tomorrow. I don't plan on going live tomorrow. I might still do my content little videos because I'm trying to build up both things on the channel, not just streams about this shit. I'm trying to build up 2 different fan bases, or sub bases. But I have no intention of going live tomorrow. I had no intention of going live today. I said yesterday that was my last stream of the month. But John swears I started a fight with him today because I needed more content to get one more stream to get some more money out of it. Yeah, because I need that last 30 cents, dude. But you're the one that mentioned me. And everybody's like, she could have just ignored that you said something. Yeah, and he could have just ignored that I said, why are you ringing me up? Or could have said, you're right, this has nothing to do with you. Let me go back to Lita and the dogs. All I care is about the dog. You could have easily I had a normal response. You had a crazy fucking response. You lost your ever-loving mind. Just me saying, why are you ringing me up? I have nothing to do with it. So, get a grip, dude. Yeah, I'm going to be sharing more. Exactly. He seemed to be the one hurting for content, and he's been dipping his toes back into the drama for weeks. He's been dropping breadcrumbs for weeks, talking shit about me playing my old videos, and I never just started going at him over and over and over. And then in Joel's chat, running his fucking mouth, talking about shit. Like, he's been trying to start shit for weeks because his numbers have been just as low, if not lower than us, who have only a tenth of what he has. And now that Jules is over there ain't no, of course, like, he's been fighting everybody that she's been mad at, he's been mad at and talking shit about, when nobody has even been talking shit about him. Even when that video played, you say, yeah, the chat had their own responses to it, but I was not dragging you or talking shit about you. Except that you made a fool out of yourself, and everybody can agree with that. You did. You made a fool out of yourself. You were muted and making the most crazy, like, facial features, and you were way too animated, and Cody was right there with you. That's why people talked about Cody in the chat, because he was right next to you, also doing the facial expressions to go at AT2 when you were both muted. So just like today, he was out running his mouth the whole time and doxing and threatening that someone should call the cops on Siwa right now. Someone should call the cops on Siwa. For what? So that's why Cody gets mentioned. And Cody's like, I'm not on social media. You won't see me anywhere. You are on a YouTube live stream as you're saying that. You are a part of social media. You are as well a public figure. And you are just as active as John on that channel that does all that horrible shit. And you do a lot of that horrible shit. If you would stop doing that, people would leave you alone. Right? It is sad and it is scary. I agree, Jelly Belly. And that's why I don't feel like none of us should be coming out and all attacking Lita, because she has shown her pictures, and I think that's both sides, and I think they need to split. I don't think they need to be together. They're both clearly not happy, and it's clearly past the point of ignoring each other. It's now explosive, and you have children and animals being hurt in the process or traumatized in the process. Like, they need to split. And Lita says she hates this country. She wants to go back to Indonesia. So let her go back and enjoy her life with her family. She won't have to worry about money no more. She won't have none of that because her parents got all the money. And you could go back to being involved in your kids' lives. It's just, I don't want to cause any more pain. Like I said, I'd rather let the judge handle it. He does. He says a lot of the really, really bad shit. And then like, why are they mentioning me? That's why. Right. They need a divorce and go live their best life. They're clearly not happy. Yeah, I mean, she said she hates this country. Star's been around, but she's mainly in Georgia. She pops in every once in a while. He is. Like I said, today he tried to say I worked at Dollywood, then he tried to say I worked at Dollar Tree, then he tried to say I worked at Dollar General, and then saying I don't know where the bitch lives, I can't dox her, when he kept doxing me over and over, my legal name over and over and over, knowing I don't use it on any social media, and I've always been vocal how it makes you feel unsafe when anybody does so. So he was doing all that again. What? Because I said, why are you bringing me up? That's insane. Get a grip. Y'all clearly have control issues, self-control issues. Yeah, I'm good without one. I don't have any interest. You can't convince me to get rid of my piece for all that bullshit. No, I do too. I think if the dog is a issue, which clearly seems like it is. Again, I didn't read the police report about. I didn't see where it said she admitted to this, so I don't know what they're mentioning about that. Jelly Belly, I know that there's bigger things happening, but yes, she needs to not be around the dog, especially right now. And the judge, that should have been put in the order that she can't be around the animal, considering what happened. Absolutely agree with that. She needs to be at a hotel as well, because her being anywhere near him, if she is, I don't know if she is, but John tries to say they're back together in the same house. Well, don't give them any reason to call, and don't make it even appear like you are under the same roof right now, because they're going to want to issue quickly. If you're talking about John and Cody, I know. Yes. And then John's like, see, it was bullshit, and she's living in a teepee in Gatlinburg. Like, you're just trying to fucking dox, which you're not even right, but a teepee because I'm part Cherokee? And if that's not what you meant, be more considerate. Think about the shit you say. But good and damn well, I have a place. But yeah, there needs to be a lot of separating. No, she did not. She agreed with it practically and went up there and showed support and helped him finish his stream to agree that I should have stayed out of it, and I had no right to even mention, I had no right to respond to what John said. I should have just ignored it. I don't know. I got an email, and it was Clark someone sent me an email with it, like, did you see Clark's comment? I was like, no, I have him blocked. And it was Clark saying, wait, Siwa's got a secret OF, but she can't give me a free spell? Dude, I ain't giving you shit. And it's in the writing before you buy the membership, so that's on you. But I don't know if he was making it up or if there's someone else. I didn't see anybody else saying it, but like I said, you got the wrong girl. You're used to your queen. It's referring to, well, no, teepees are the homes that indigenous people use, but it's not true for Cherokees, by the way. It's true for the plain indigenous lives, like in Oklahoma and Montana and things of that nature. But if he's using it, I don't know if he's using it because I'm part Cherokee, or to even use a teepee as a way of trying to say someone's poor is very racially insensitive. It, like I said, more than one way. So just maybe be more knowledgeable. 2 years, I think, Jesus. Yeah, she does a lot of doxing. She's very fucking active on doxing. And then an account went in there called Willie Hutch. And I said, I think I wrote a song about Siwa. And it pretty sure it was either Clark or Jules. You're not fooling anybody. Yeah. No, what? But yeah, it was just shitty to say. And like I said, he was trying to say that because he, I guess, thinks it's funny to say I'm poor. Which, dude, I could pay all my bills. I didn't know, but I don't have to. You make again 3,000 on a slow month. You said you were making 7,000 a month, but again, you were having multiple women pay your rent, which was only 1,000. So stop. All my bills are paid, and we have money to go out and do stuff, and we go out and do stuff all the time. Oh, I don't know nothing about Eric and an affair and all that. That's news to me. And even in an affair, no one, again, DV is not right. Like I said, we gotta leave it up to the judge to figure out. Wait, Jesus' birthday is tomorrow. Can y'all just say help me wish him a happy birthday real quick? Because we won't be here probably tomorrow. I don't see us being here tomorrow. But please help me wish him a happy birthday, guys.
Anywhere you go, you belong. Anywhere you say, anywhere.
Well, I misunderstood. I thought you were saying your birthday was tomorrow. I don't know why I thought you said tomorrow, but you said it's coming up. My bad. But hey, it's extra early. Also, Miss Joanna's birthday, y'all, is in 5 days. 5 days. So again, another thing I said yesterday, if I'm not, that we have to go live before Miss Joanna's birthday, it'll probably be one more time before her birthday, and her birthday was 6 days at that time. She said her birthday's 6 days away. So again, that just goes to show you there was no intention of doing any more live streams for the last of the month to make money because I was so desperate. No. I made more money yesterday than you made in all 10 streams that you've done in the past 3 days. So, yeah, maybe you need to pay better attention, okay? Yeah, if it's anybody's birthdays, y'all just let me know. But okay, Jesus, let me know as it gets closer, okay? But all right, I will see y'all soon. Like I said, it should be the first stream I do at the beginning of February. That's when I give out my 10 memberships. So if you want a free membership, make sure you come at that time so you can use the emojis and see some of the members only content that I make that I have on some videos. Some of the best streams that we've done, I have the video on tiers. Good Lord, talk, woman. But okay, thank you everyone for being here, and I will see y'all soon. Bye, y'all.
But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, baby, you'll get sick of being the monster out of my head, under my bed, thinking something out of my nightmares, standing right there. But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, then will you get bored again?
So if I play dead, will you regret everything that you did, that you said? I don't think you understand what you're doing, and my heart's black and blue from the bruising. I feel like when I'm with you I'm losing. I feel like you think that this amusing, sitting there gaslighting and confusing. Was it me? Is it me? Am I deluded? I'm the one who's always sorry, the conclusion